So Angel Reese today was part of a Sky team that won. And I'm not going to lie, she did come up clutch. She came up clutch. And it wasn't the clutch in the same way as like her taking over a game. She just got a huge offensive board and a huge putback in what was, I'm not going to lie, the Kennedy Carter show. But before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 22,750 by the end of the day, and we are only 16 off. So, the one thing I'm going to say is the Rookie of the Year race did not end tonight. It can be almost out of touch tomorrow, but it did not end tonight. And that is the one thing that I will say is that the people that are, what people are looking for in the Rookie of the Year, I don't think Angel Reese did much of today. But at the same time, for the people that want to somehow argue that Angel Reese is a better player than Caitlin Clark, this was the exact performance you needed from Angel Reese. Because this, for the non-basketball fans out there, this was Angel Reese at her best. This was Angel Reese at her best. Which again, look, we've got an potential all WNBA first team member in Caitlin Clark. So it's going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very tough to win a Rookie of the Year over that. The best point guard in the WNBA. And I don't want to hear one more word about Chelsea Gray. She is garbage. Again, prime Chelsea Gray, brilliant. But we're looking at Blake Griffin on the Nets right now. I've never seen an injury sap someone of as much athleticism. More athleticism. Like, she looks worse now compared to her injury than I did after my Achilles injury, and I barely rehabbed it. But Angel Reese today, I feel like, had I know she got her double-double. At the end of the day, this was like your 10 and 10 double-double until I cannot believe they gave her the free throws at the end of the game. At the up 7, they're fouling anyway. It doesn't matter for the game. They gave her the meaningless free throws instead of letting Kennedy Carter get her career high. But the fact that Kennedy Carter, I also have to give a lot of respect to Kennedy Carter for that, because most people would have gone berserk at that. But she didn't. She didn't. And this version of Kennedy Carter is the Sky. And I think that's one of the things where I'm like, it's very, very clear what the hierarchy for the Chicago Sky is. It is Kennedy Carter is their number one. And it's not close. But again, there are not that many teams in the WNBA that Kennedy Carter will not be their best player. She is their number one, and it is absolutely not close. But then, after Kennedy Carter, it becomes, depending on the day, one of Marina Mabrey, Angel Reese, or Camila Cardoso. Cardoso and Angel Reese are almost playing the same role on offense now, that they are living off scraps. And that is exactly what Angel Reese needs to do. You saw, when you looked at that game, when they were up 21 points, I know that obviously the comeback was when Angel Reese was off the floor, was when they came back. But you could see it. She was starting to dump it into Angel Reese. And I'm just like, no, they're winning. She's doing really well. She's doing the little things. Stop trying to feed her to get her buckets. That's not her game yet. And that's like, that game today showed it more than anything, where it's like, Reese is efficient. She is actually efficient living off scraps. When she seals, when she rebounds, when she defends. And again, look, she cannot guard A'ja Wilson. Cardoso did a good job, but literally, anytime on either end, A'ja Wilson saw Angel Reese near, it was like barbecue chicken alert. She was like, barbecue chicken alert. I'm going at her every single time, either 2 points or a foul. That was A'ja Wilson's attitude towards Angel Reese. But I will say, that's to be expected. It's A'ja Wilson. Like, no one's ever knocked a player for getting cooked by A'ja Wilson. Although I will say that I did not feel like A'ja Wilson had a good game at all today. Like, if you were to ask me what I would rank her game out of 10, a 6 out of 10, despite 28 and 14, I did not think she had a particularly good game. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, I think that was, and the worst part about it all is, Angel Reese looked like she was struggling to do anything outside of 2 feet. She got her double-double in the end. It was like, I don't know. I think A'ja Wilson has overtaken her for rebounds a game. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. As far as like total rebounds, they only played the same game. I think there was 3 in the difference. I think A'ja Wilson had 4 more than her today. Who cares at the end of the day? Who cares? Like, is the box score back? I think, if I'm not mistaken, the box scores has vanished for some reason. But I think A'ja Wilson's taken over from her. Who really cares? Because this was a very, very good game for Angel Reese. But it's a good game in a different way than people expect. Like, a lot of people are expecting Angel Reese to be something she's not because of that double-double streak. They're expecting Angel Reese to go out there and be a 15 and 14 player. And on any given day, she can give you that. But at the end of the day, she can also give you 6 and 5 and have a decent game. Because she does a lot of the little things that she stopped doing. And that's why I got so frustrated at the streak. That is why I got so frustrated at the streak. Even when they were winning a couple of those games against the Dream, I was getting so frustrated at the fact that towards the end, that was 1000% stat batted. If you're trying to argue any differently, you're wrong. But also, again, look, we cannot compare a connective, and like, albeit a unbelievably good connective piece to the best point guard in the WNBA. Like, that comparison cannot be made. Like, you cannot right now make that comparison. Like, Angel Reese needs some game. She's got no game. She needs some game in order to be in the Caitlin Clark conversation. But I'm not going to lie, I don't think, and again, her being on the All-Star is perfect. Is she as good as like an Ezi Magbagor who got snubbed? No, but she would be the next best big. She would be the next best big after Ezi Magbagor. Is there a huge gap between her and any backup 4 in the WNBA? Yes. Yes, there is. Should she have been an All-Star? Yeah, probably. Probably. Especially because, again, with Magbagor, she's not going to be there, so it would have looked even worse. But no, Angel Reese, yeah, All-Star. That is what it is. And I think that the Rookie of the Year, she's kept it interesting. Because the day that the Rookie of the Year debate ends is the day that the season in a lot of ways stops being interesting. And if they had, let's just say she had a worse game, even if they'd lost that game today and it wasn't a Kennedy Carter masterclass, I would be saying the same thing about how she played. But that she made that one huge play down the stretch, which kind of changes everything. Look, is she back in the Rookie of the Year standings? Did today affect anything in my eyes for the Rookie of the Year? No, not really. But for me, it was just refreshing to see Angel Reese play like Angel Reese again and not generic player 17 trying to do whatever the hell they can to keep a streak that realistically should have died 3 games ago alive. So you've got to take that into account. And I've been consistent with it. I'll praise Angel Reese for certain things. I freaking hated the streak. And even though in a lot of people's eyes, it's going to be like, okay, yeah, Rookie of the Year race is over. And the worst part is, like, if she didn't hit those 3 garbage time free throws, that did not matter. And they gave them to Kennedy Carter to let her set her career high. People would genuinely be like on this app being like, 10 and 10. That's a fake double-double. I'm like, no, she helped her team win a game. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. And you'd be a complete hypocrite saying that, like, because some players do this, because all players do the same. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about winning. And that is one thing that Angel Reese, I think, can do well. But the one reason why I doubt the Rookie of the Year race is going to keep going on is that it is very, very obvious whose team this is, and it's Kennedy Carter's. This is Kennedy Carter's team. Like, there is no more unguardable wing in this league than Kennedy Carter. So I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Angel Reese to make enough headway, because I think Caitlin Clark post-Olympic break is going to just give us some stupid numbers. I think she's going to start putting up stupid numbers. So it's going to be really, really tough. But the Rookie of the Year race could have been won 2 games ago. The Rookie of the Year race could have been, or not even could have been won 2 games ago. The Rookie of the Year race could have been over today. It could have been over today. If Angel Reese had 5-2 and shot 10% from the field, or like she had 5-5 and shot 10% in the field from the field, and the Aces won that game by 20, the Rookie of the Year race is over today. But no, she's at least kept it interesting. Look, it could be as good as over tomorrow if Caitlin Clark goes and drops a 29-15 game or something stupid like that, which I think she could do against this Dallas team. They're garbage right now. But if Caitlin Clark has a stinker tomorrow, we're now going back into, okay, there's a legitimate argument now coming into the Olympic break. Caitlin Clark balls tomorrow and they win. It's still hard to make the Angel Reese argument. But if Caitlin Clark's a stinker, yeah, you can make that argument. And at this stage of the year, games mean a lot. So, yeah, why not? And especially because people are going to keep this alive until the very, very end, until Caitlin Clark crosses that finish line. It doesn't matter that she's like 200 meters ahead in a 5K race and it looks like it's over. Until Caitlin Clark crosses that finish line, it's not quite over yet. And Angel Reese did a good job prolonging that.